Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Gator. On this video, I'm going to predict to whom the top 10 MLB free agents of 2021 will sign with this upcoming season. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Masahiro Tanaka. Masahiro Tanaka completed his 7-year contract with the New York Yankees and is now an unrestricted free agent. Throughout those 7 years, he has been solid for the Yankees, especially in the postseason. In the 2020 season, he went 3-3 with an ERA of 3.56. He pitched in 48 innings and had 44 strikeouts and a whip of 1.167. Besides his rookie year in the 2026 game season, he has thrown over 150 innings. He's absolutely a workhorse for any rotation. In his career, he has 78 wins and 46 losses with an ERA of 3.74. So he definitely knows how to pitch and get some wins. I see him not as a necessary number 1 starter on a team, but I definitely do see him as a solid number 2 or number 3 option in a rotation. He's also a 2-time MLB All-Star. Whoever wants to sign him, better do it quickly, because it was reported that the Rakuten Golden Eagles from NPB in Japan are considering to offer him a considerable amount of money to come back to Japan to play ball. The club reportedly is offering anywhere from $20 to $25 million a year. The length of this contract is currently unknown. He has already spent some time for the Golden Eagles, playing 7 years with them before coming to the New York Yankees. Other teams that need starting pitching that could possibly go after him are the Boston Red Sox, the Baltimore Orioles, the San Francisco Giants, and the Toronto Blue Jays. So I think he will re-sign with the New York Yankees. Number 9, Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz is one of the best players over the age of 4 years old currently. In the 2020 season, he had a batting average of .303 with 16 home runs and including 33 RBIs and with a .992 OPS. In his career, he has a batting average of .278 with 417 home runs including 1,152 RBIs. Nelson Cruz is one of those players that gets better and better with age. Since the 2014 season, Nelson Cruz has hit 260 home runs since then. He doesn't look like he's slowing down. Right now, you could expect Nelson Cruz to hit anywhere from the high 30s to about 40 home runs a year. I think he's a great option for American League teams that would like more production out of their designated hitter spot. It could be an option for National League teams if they keep the universal DH a permanent fixture. He's a 6-time All-Star and 3-time Silver Slugger and also a 2-time Edgar Martinez Award winner for Outstanding Designated Hitter Award. Right now, he has 417 home runs in his career. I absolutely think he will hit 500 home runs if he can keep up the production for the next couple of years. If he can hit at least 25 home runs for the next 4 years, that's 100 home runs. He would be at 517. So I absolutely think he will get to 500 career home runs. I honestly think that the Minnesota Twins should re-sign him, and he's a great fit for them. Number 8, Hendriks. Hendriks is one of the best free agent relievers on the market. In the 2020 season, he went 3-1 with 14 saves and had a 1.78 ERA. He pitched in 25 1/3 innings and had 37 strikeouts and had a 0.671 whip. He's definitely one of the most dominant closers in the game the last 2 seasons. He was a huge part of the Oakland Athletics' success last season by holding down the back of the bullpen for them. Hendriks should land a hefty multi-year contract entering his age 32 season. Top bullpen arms are always sought-after commodities. It would be a huge loss for the Oakland Athletics if he doesn't re-sign with them. The Nationals would be a contender in need of relief help. Others include the Angels, the Blue Jays, the Phillies, and the Houston Astros would be in search of pen reinforcements. The Phillies are a good pick, who missed the postseason partially because of a relief corps that finished last with an ugly 7.06 ERA in the 2020 season. So I think he'll sign with the Philadelphia Phillies. Number 7, Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman suffered a torn calf muscle prior to opening day and subsequently opted out of the season, citing to COVID-19 concerns. The injury shouldn't be a problem, and the 29-year-old, who was an All-Star in the 2019 season, will be one of the more sought-after free agent starting pitchers this offseason. In the 2019 season when he did play, he went 10-13 with a 3.22 ERA in 32 starts. He pitched in 184.1 innings and had 159 strikeouts and a whip of 1.307. In his career, he has 51 wins and 47 losses with a 3.76 career ERA. The New York Yankees are a possibility for the New York native, but I expect the New York Mets to make a strong play to bring him back. Jacob deGrom is their ace, but there are questions after that, especially since Noah Syndergaard missed the 2020 campaign because of Tommy John's surgery. So if the New York Mets want to improve upon their disappointing 26-34 record, 4th place finish the NL East, re-upping Marcus Stroman would make for an excellent start. So I think he will resign with the New York Mets. Number 6. DJ LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu became the first player in MLB's modern era to win a batting title in both the American League and the National League. He won the National League batting title in the 2016 season with the Rockies, and this year he won the American League batting title with the Yankees. In the 2020 season, he had a batting average of .364 with 10 home runs and including 27 RBIs and with a OPS of 1.011. He's a versatile guy in the field. He can play third, second, and first, but primarily he plays second base. In his career, he is a career .300 hitter with 85 home runs and including 478 RBIs. He has proven he can hit outside of Coors Field, back when he was with the Rockies. He's a 3-time All-Star and 3-time Gold Glove as well. Teams that could be interested in signing him are the New York Yankees, Chicago Cubs, the New York Mets, the Chicago White Sox, and the Boston Red Sox. So I think he will resign with the New York Yankees. Number 5, Marcus Semien. In the 2020 season, Marcus Semien didn't have the greatest season in his career. But in the 2019 season, he had an absolutely insane season. He was third in MVP voting in the American League. His stats in the 2020 season: he had a batting average of .223 with 7 home runs including 23 RBIs and with a OPS of .679. If compared to the 2019 season stats, he had a batting average of .285 with 33 home runs including 92 RBIs and with a OPS of .892. On the free agent market this offseason, I believe that he is the best shortstop on the market. The Oakland Athletics have showed that they almost never dole out long-term contracts to keep star players with them. The best example is when Oakland signed former third baseman Eric Chavez to 6 years, $66 million extension, which was the largest deal in team history at the time. One team that I would be surprised of being in the midst is the Cincinnati Reds. On the other hand, are in a contending window and got minimal production from their shortstops. The Cincinnati Reds showed they were willing to spend on free agents last offseason and could do so again to upgrade a premium position. So I think he will sign with the Cincinnati Reds. Number 4, Marcelo Zuna. Marcelo Zuna had an absolute monster season for the Atlanta Braves in 2020. He signed a 1-year, $18 million pillow contract with Atlanta. It worked like a dream for the 29-year-old. In the 2020 season, he had a batting average of .338 with 18 home runs and including 56 RBIs and with a OPS of 1.067. He led the National League in both home runs and RBIs this season. He's a 2-time All-Star and a Gold Glove winner back in 2017 and also a Silver Slugger back in 2017. Marcelo Zuna is a great fastball hitter. Of the 18 home runs that he hit in the 2020 season, 13 of them were fastballs, and he's also hitting .403 against that pitch. He bet on himself this season, and I definitely think it's going to pay off for him in free agency. It will be interesting to see if the Atlanta Braves will keep him. If the Braves don't decide to re-sign him in the offseason, it could be because that the universal designated hitter role is no longer around in the National League. There are plenty of teams that would love to have his bat on their team, and those teams include the Chicago White Sox, the Texas Rangers, the Boston Red Sox, and the Seattle Mariners as a possibility. So I think he will sign with the Chicago White Sox. Number 3, George Springer. George Springer was one of the best players on the Houston Astros roster last season. In the 2020 season, He had a batting average of .265 with 14 home runs and including 32 RBIs and with a OPS of .899. He's a 3-time All-Star and 2-time Silver Slugger and was the World Series MVP in 2017. But we all know how that season and postseason went with their cheating scandal. So that will definitely leave a scar on his legacy. We'll see if George Springer tries to get out of Houston and tries to make a name for himself again somewhere else. By doing that, he could show that he can hit without any help from any trash cans nearby. He's one of the premier bats in the outfield. In his career, he has a batting average of .270 with 174 home runs and including 458 RBIs. The Astros, meanwhile, are facing the prospect of losing George Springer and fellow veteran outfielder Michael Brantley and Josh Reddick via free agency. They figure to re-sign at least one impact bat, and Springer has the upside as a plus defender while also being younger than the other two names. So I think George Springer will re-sign with the Houston Astros. Number 2, Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer is the best starting pitcher on the free agent market. In the 2020 season, he went 5-4 with a 1.73 ERA. He pitched in 73 innings with 100 strikeouts and a whip of 0.795. He came off a very dominant 2020 performance. He could be the National League Cy Young Award winner this year, and I think he will win the Cy Young Award. Because of that, he will be wanted by many teams this offseason. The teams that make the most sense include the Cincinnati Reds, the Los Angeles Angels, the Boston Red Sox, the Minnesota Twins, the Chicago White Sox, and the New York Yankees. He was an All-Star in 2018 with the Cleveland Indians and National League ERA leader in 2020 with the Cincinnati Reds. He has molded himself as one of the faces of MLB. In his career, he has 75 wins and 64 losses with a 3.90 career ERA. Trevor Bauer is only 29 years old and he is a Los Angeles area native, and the Angels need pitching after finishing with a 5.09 team ERA in 2020. A chance to return to his roots and help get Trout back onto the postseason stage could be tempting. As for the Angels, they simply can't afford to keep wasting Trout's prime and should be willing to pay what it takes to land an ace. So I think Trevor Bauer will sign with the Los Angeles Angels. Number 1, JT Realmuto. JT Realmuto is the best catcher and player in this free agent class. In the 2020 season, he had a batting average of .266 with 11 home runs and including 32 RBIs and had an OPS of .840. He's a catcher that has the rare ability to both hit and catch really well. He was a Gold Glove winner in 2019 and 2-time Silver Slugger and also a 2-time All-Star. In his career, he has a career batting average of .278 with 95 home runs and including 358 RBIs. He has the best average pop time to second base at 1.89 seconds, which is incredibly fast. He's also one of the better framers in MLB. So with everything I just said, I believe this is the best player in this free agent class. It's not often that catchers sign huge contracts in free agency, but Yasmani Grandal landed a 4-year, $73 million deal on the open market just last winter. JT Realmuto should beat that by plenty. The teams that make the most sense on signing him include the Philadelphia Phillies, the New York Mets, the Tampa Bay Rays, the New York Yankees, and the Washington Nationals. So I think he will sign with the New York Mets. Those were my top 10 MLB free agents of this offseason. Where do you guys think the top 10 MLB free agents will sign this offseason? Join me in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Nathan. Don't forget to just keep loving sports and have a nice day. See you next time.